Hi everybody, this is Abby with Scrappin' Abby, and I'm back with another video. This is one I wanted to do showcasing and kind of sharing with you guys some vintage laces and trims and some fabrics and things like that that I was given from my mom and my aunt that belonged to my grandmother who just recently passed away. So I'm going to try to keep this within the 15 20-minute mark. I'm just trying not to go over. Let me get my things set here real quick. Sorry guys, just because I got quite a bit of stuff to go through, so I just want to make sure I don't go too long. And here we go. Okay, so let me start by showing you guys. This is a picture. This picture is let's see, 5 or 6 years old, 5 years old now. But that's me, and this is my son Trey, who's almost 18 and is about this tall. And this is my daughter Kaylee, who's almost 14, and she also is about as tall as me, if not by now. This is my grandpa, who already passed away a few years ago, and that's my grandma, who just recently passed away. So I just wanted to kind of share a family picture. I have a more recent one, of course, but I just, with all the pictures we've dug out and everything, I just couldn't find it quickly enough. So this was the closest one I could find quickly to share with you. And this is a picture of my grandma this year, so that's what she looked like. And just in case you're wondering, my family's obviously lighter skinned than me. I have a different dad than the rest of my siblings and stuff, so that's why that looks, because I've had people ask me if I was adopted, and I'm not. So just to clear that up. So let's go ahead and get started. I have quite a bit of stuff. I haven't looked through all the boxes yet. I just kind of briefly did because they gave it to me after she had passed away, before the services. So it was some stuff my grandma had set aside that she wanted to give to me, and I just didn't get a chance to, get it from her personally. So I've already kind of looked through most of this, but I just wanted to share with you guys. This is just some absolutely beautiful. I mean, I wish you could, it sounds weird, but it has that smell. It's like old fabric, like an old home type of smell, not like gross, but like, how vintage trims and things, and I love it. It just reminds me of my grandma. It just smells like her house. So this is a really beautiful lace right here. I love this. And just some different trims. And my mom was talking to me and telling me, I'll kind of share a couple stories as I'm showing you all this. She told me that my grandma would take these pieces like this here off of dresses or other pieces of clothing, and she would keep it so she could use it again on another article of clothing, which, in this case she didn't, because it's, still here. But these are things I can certainly craft with, and my aunt even asked me if I would make, a project for her, either shadow box or some kind of a canvas with some photos of her and my grandma using some of these items, so she has a memory for herself as well. And these are just some bits of fabric. It's like, I don't know what you call this. It's like, it has like, like the embroidery eyelet, and it's cotton. It's really, really pretty. I mean, this is stuff that you would pay quite a bit for, online, looking for true vintage laces and trims. Because these are, some of these are, I'm 40, and this stuff is before I was born. So it's at least 40, if not 50 years old, some of this stuff. Because my mom, was younger, and she remembers a lot of these items. So this is just really, really cool to have all this. And some of the stuff I may not even use. I have some really, pretty apothecary glasses I had for my wedding, the big tall jars. I might just layer this in there just so I have a kind of a visual in my room, and I really love this one. My mom said that she remembers my grandma actually weaving ribbon through this on some different dresses she made for my mom and my aunt, so it was really neat to hear that. And then here's some more of that same kind of trim, and there's just some more in here. I love this, and this just means a lot to me because it was, belonged to, my family. So this is really old. Some of this has some of like rustings, my mom was calling it, because some of them had the, stick pins in them. And I said I didn't care. And I think this is kind of more of the same. Let me grab these two. This is just another really pretty trim as well. I love it. Let me try to get it unrolled. And this is how she had it stored in these boxes. So this is so pretty. I love it. I was just so excited. I have, 3 other sisters, but, none of them do any of the crafting stuff like this anyway. And so I asked my mom, because I'm the youngest girl, I was like, well, is it okay if I have these items? I figured she'd want to give it to my older siblings or something. And Oh, this is something different. I'll tell you about that in a second. But she said, you know, nope, they were fine with it because they know that I use this stuff for crafting, and I've always had a love of vintage and old things, and I keep a lot of things and, you know, things like that. So she knew I would be going to somebody who would, you know, really like it, not just shove it in a bag or something and never use it and then eventually get thrown away. So, which is shocking to me because I would never throw any of this stuff away. And there's another really pretty one. This has got some pink on the top there with that kind of cream brown. This is really, really pretty. And let's see. And here's another one. This is another one of my favorites. I love that. I just think that's absolutely gorgeous. It'd be so pretty on a layout or in a mini or something like that. And there's a lot of it. There's a ton of this. And then here's some more. Kind of the same, but the same where it's, you got a pattern, but it's like flowers. It's really pretty. I like that one too. And then here's another one like the pink, but it's with some blue. It's really pretty. And then this one here, this is a really cool one too. I already have a kind of a project in mind for this, an idea, so I won't share it yet. I'll just get it done and then I'll share it with you guys in another video, but this is just really pretty. I love this one. So that is the big box of all the different laces and trims. I mean, it's just massive, as you can see, this big pile. I love it. I'm so lucky to have this, and I do treasure and cherish it. And this here is some fabric. She'd already given me quite a bit. I've already done a video a few months back of a lot of patterns and things like that, but this is just some additional items. My mom said there would be more as they're going through more of her belongings. This is I don't know, this feels like, I don't know fabric very well, but it kind of feels like it's like kind of satiny or something. And my mom doesn't remember what my grandma used this for. Oops, sorry, camera's being weird. But she thought I could use it. She was going to throw it away because it's kind of got these stains and stuff. But I told her I could cut around that. It's not a big deal. And I could make some flowers or, you know, use it as binding or something like that. And this one here is some yellow. There's quite a bit of this. She remembers, you know, my grandma making some different things out of this particular fabric, and there's a little bit of that left, and here it is in white. I think it's so pretty, and you can see where my grandma had already cut it, was making, I don't know if she made, I don't know if she used these for curtains or if she made, you know, parts of a skirt, or, you know, I don't know, because it's obviously kind of see-through those, but I guess you could layer it. But I don't sew, I play with paper, so if any of you sewers, don't laugh at me if you are wondering what am I talking about. And here's another piece. This is more of the same, but it's a little bit bigger. Very pretty. And here's another one. This one feels a bit thicker. This one feels more cottony like than the last two. That's a little bit heavier. And here's this one here. Really pretty. I love that. And the last one, this is kind of like a muslin, it feels like, and I really like this. This would be so great to put on a canvas or to cover, you know, an old photo album or something to use to make a mini album, or, you know, an actual photo album itself. So I think this is really neat and I like it a lot. And in this sack, sorry for the crinkle, I'm going to kind of dump it out real quick. This is another bit of fabric, and I think this one's so pretty. I love this one. This just looks very old and vintage looking to me. I love that blue color. Very pretty. So there's that bit. And then here's some more old buttons. I got a couple big tins of some buttons in some jars for my grandma before, and for my mom, but here's some more in here. And I haven't opened it up to look at it, but I've just seen, there's a couple that have already caught my eye. This, matter of fact, I'm just going to open it and show you real quick. Oh, yay, there's more than one. There is, looks like 3 so far that I can see. Of those 3, right, maybe it's 4. Yep, there's 4 right there. These are the ones I was talking about. I saw just one through the container, but I think that is just so pretty. And it's got like a metal edge on there. I love that. Oh, very excited to go through the rest of that and see how many more I have. Now they're falling all over the place. And these I don't think are old. These are just loose. There's 5 of those big black buttons. And this little jar has just 1 button in it. So I'm not sure why she had just 1 in there, but she did. So that is the items I received, you know, just recently, of some vintage items for my grandma. and that kind of thing. And the last thing I was going to share with you guys, oh, I'm not even at 10 minutes yet. I'm doing really good. This was my mom's. This is something she was going to throw away, and she asked if I wanted it. I'm not going to, you know, do like embroidery or anything like that, but I thought it'd just be really cool to have these because they're old. I mean, my mom had these like when she was young, and you know, younger, before she was married or anything, and so they're, you know, they have cork in them, and but it's just really neat. I think it's just kind of cool to have something that belonged to my mom when she was younger. Maybe that's where I get the crafting gene, because she, you know, sews and you know, did crafts like that, and so that's probably where it came from. This is nothing, she said. She didn't, this was just leftover from an old project, but it has the needles and thread as she left it the last time she used it. And I don't know what this is. Oh, this is paper. Oh, how cool. This is old carbon paper. I thought this, when I first looked at just the top of it, I thought it was like instructions on how to do this or something. But it's some old carbon paper. That's really cool. I like that because I can definitely use that in some projects as well. And including the, you know, the folder itself. We'll see what's down here. My mom said she used to trace on these. Or my grandma did. She used to trace on that. And off a pattern, or yeah, it looks like a little sample you get like in a pattern sheet said. So these are some instructions on embroidering, so that's kind of cool. And there's an old label in the bottom of the box off of some, says 6-strand floss is what it's from, so that's really cool. I like that old vintage ephemera stuff. I love all that old stuff. It's really cool, especially when it belonged in my family or if it's from somebody that I know. It just means that much more to me. So that is kind of what I wanted to share with you guys. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. Oh, I guess I am all the way. And yeah, so I just want to kind of share with you what I was just recently given from my mom and my aunt, you know, some vintage items from my grandma. So just kind of a tribute to that, and I'll just kind of close out with that. So I will see you guys next time, and happy crafting.